Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's video is on communicating with a dementia resident. So when you communicate with a dementia resident, rather than asking about facts of the past, chances are, which they won't remember, orientate them to feelings in the present. So take, for example, warmth. If you're going to visit your mother, chances are in the lounge room it's boiling hot, as it often is. For the residents it's hot, for you it's hot, for everyone it's hot. So at that point, if you ask your mother a fact of the past, being, Mum, are you warm enough in your room? She'll think back and think, warm enough in my room? Like, have I got a room here? Like, do I live here? I'm not sure if I do live here. And so, she'll hardly even remember that she lives here often, especially if she's just arrived, let alone whether the room is warm enough or not. So the better thing to do is, okay, Mum, we're just going to test this out, this warmth in the room business, and see how you are with it. So you walk to her room, orientate her to the room. She's finding the room okay now because you've done all that practice. To find her room, and the door's labelled with her name and the number. That's good. You go in, you sit down. It's winter. You sit down and firstly assess the warmth level yourself, And if you think, oh, actually it is a bit chilly here, I must say. Winter's coming on and maybe it is a bit chilly for Mum. Never mind. Nevertheless, you're going to ask her and assess her, get her opinion on it. So you sit down and you say, look, Mum, are you feeling warm enough in your room? And Mum, chances are, will say, well, actually, dear, now that I think about it, now that I can feel how it is in this room, I am actually feeling a bit chilly. So she's in the present moment. She's not in the past because she can't remember the past. So therefore, she is in the present, a positive state at that. So yes, it is chilly here. And I can actually see the snow on the Southern Alps, So she's in the present, observing the Southern Alps. So that means it's winter. Yes, it's winter because I used to go skiing when I was young, and I do like skiing. So I always look at the snow on the mountains because she was a good skier. So there we are. And yes, I am feeling chilly, and I think I could do with a heater in here, dear. So, well, that's fine. Good, Mum. Okay, so we've worked that out. I'll bring in the heater, and then I'll put a notice on it or notice somewhere for the carer or nurse to... Actually, what I'll do is I'll put on the timer so that it's warm when the sun goes down, because your room's north facing. So, in the day it's probably okay, but at night it gets chilly when the sun sets. So we'll put the timer on so that you're nice and warm, when it's dark and at night. Oh, yes, that would be good, dear, because I always like to be warm, especially when I'm sleeping. Actually, that's another point. Sleeping. Is it warm enough in the bed? Okay, Mum, I think we're just going to test out the bed and see how you feel about that. Okay, so you get Mum to go over to the bed and you say, look, Mum, I just want to test out everything with this bed to see if you feel comfortable. And everyone's in the present moment here, feeling comfort. So she lies down and then you say, look, Mum, how does that pillow feel? Oh, well, actually, dear, it's a bit spongy and bouncy, and I don't really like that because it makes my neck sore, and I've always had a nice feather pillow, and well, actually, yes, Mum has always had a nice feather pillow, and she's always liked that. Well, actually, Mum, I know where that feather pillow is, actually. We put it at the top of the bookcase. I can bring in your feather pillow. Oh, yes, actually, that would be so nice if I could have my own feather pillow, because then I bunch it up around my neck and it helps my sore neck, and I'll be so much more comfortable. I will feel a lot better if I can have my pillow. Good. Second thing sorted. Present feelings. Getting the answers to the questions of comfort in the room being one of the most important things. Okay, we're doing very well, Mum. Now just carry on with this. Oh, now the bed. Now, are you warm enough in this bed? Yeah, you're looking at the bed. It's actually, the eider, it's not really an eider down, it's just a nylon bedspread with hardly any warmth, cotton sheets and one thin blanket for the winter. dear me. Why hadn't I looked at that before? But anyway, we're going through it now. And Mum, are you warm enough in the bed? Well, actually, you can see it's not warm enough anyway, so you don't need to go into that. You're going to bring in warm, fluffy sheets with the feather pillow, warm, fluffy pillowcase. You'll bring in a light single duvet. You've got one at home that you know she likes. Suit the colours of the room, pick it up a bit, and you'll bring in the mohair rug so that it can be light for her to just pull over her in the day when she's sleeping. Of course, all these things you should have thought of, but you just didn't until you're going through it right now. Anyway, so, now, Mum, I'm going to bring in the duvet, the feather pillow, warm sheets, and a mohair rug. Oh, dear, that would be lovely. Then I can be warm at night, and in the day I can, I know how to get to my room now. So I can come to my room and lie down and put the little mohair rug over me, and it's not as heavy as that terrible poly, whatever it is, nylon bedspread. It's too difficult to pull over that heavy bedspread right down to the ground for people like us. It's too difficult. Actually, if you can just get rid of it, actually. All I just want nice, light, actually, yeah, that is a good idea, Mum. We'll get rid of it entirely. I'll give it to the nurse and I'll bring in the full bedding. It'll be warm and comfortable. I know what you like. And oh, that's good, dear. I just feel if I'm warm and comfortable in my bed, and warm in this room, I think I'll just manage so much better here. Well, of course, Mum, yes, and I should have really thought about this all before, but anyway, never mind, we're going through it now. Now, one more thing. I just want to check out if this chair here works for you, because it looks a bit high. You're a bit short, you're only 5 foot high, and I'm not sure if that chair is going to work for you. 5 foot. Yes, you're very short. Now that I'm not 5 foot. Well, actually, Mum, you are 5 foot. I mean, you've shrunk a bit with age, and now you're on your walker. You're shorter. Okay, just stand in front of the mirror and I'll show you. Excuse me. So, now look at yourself in the mirror, Mum. Oh my goodness, I've shrunk. Look, on this walker and I'm bending. I've got to start doing some exercises to get myself straighter. Goodness, I should be taller than that. Compared to you, you're a giant. Yes, well, Mum, we'll go into that later, exercises and stuff. Actually, that is actually a good idea, but we'll do another video on that. We'll do another session on that. Okay, so you sit in the chair and you can see that it's not the right chair. Too difficult. Even when she's sitting, her feet won't even touch the ground, and she's got to edge herself forward to stand up. Not good at all. And so anyway, you can observe that, but Mum, you ask your mother as well. Now, Mum, how is the chair? Oh, it's very uncomfortable, dear. I can't even put my toes on the floor and I feel like I'm falling out of it, when I lean forward to get up. It's not good. Yes, well, I agree with you with that. So your old armchair, it's a bit tatty, but never mind. I'll put a rug on it, or I might actually be able to sew. I might even get it upholstered, actually, so it's nice and fresh for the room. Oh, that would be lovely, dear. I can have my old chair back. And I do like blue, so if you're going to upholster it, please do it in blue. Oh, yes, we can do that. I mean, it might take a week or two, but I can get that sorted. There we go. Goodness, Mum, I think that was a bit of negotiation, wasn't it? We worked that out very well with you, being able to express your feelings here in your room, observing everything. That's good. So Mum was in the present moment. She was focused on the feelings. She was able to communicate because she could see what it was that you were asking her the questions to. She can't answer questions about something that she's not seeing because she's got no past memory. So therefore she has to see it, and then you ask her feelings on that, as she's able to observe it, like the snow on the mountains, and yes, it's cold, and how she feels. Everything about feelings they can catch and get, because feelings connect with the present moment, and dementia residents can be in the present moment, a powerful, positive place, when they are settled and comfortable, which is what all these videos are about. Positive practical techniques to help the people in dementia residents be comfortable and settled, and from then on there have an inner quality of life and an outer quality of life, both being very important. So thank you for your looks and your likes and support of the channel, and please pass on the links and look at my website if you wish for more details on the books and my background and other interesting